Palm cards, actually, here. If you would like a palm card, it kind of gives a recap of what I stand for and my platform. If just raise your hand and Tema will bring one over to you. Thank you. Okay. Why am I running? I guess I'll probably start off by saying that I'm currently Legislative District 4 Chairman. That's the old stronghold of the McCain District. I became Chairman of LD4 back on March 30th. And I basically watched who applied to be AZ GOP Chair. And I was thinking a lot about how in flux we are at the moment. We have Kelly Ward that's not, we got a brain drain from the state party, we got a brain drain from the county party. Nancy Radowski, Mickey Nyland are not running for the county. We have Trump's endorsements didn't win in the general election over many states, and we also have the Supreme Court that's thrown back the abortion issue to the states, which has put some of our independents and party not declared off balance. And so I looked at where we were at, and I realized in Ronna McDaniel, who I'm not a fan of, but she's being challenged, I think, on the 27th of this month, and I realized how in flux our party is at the moment. And I was very concerned about the culture of the party, particularly after I was set up personally. I was very concerned about the strategy of the party and very concerned about the leadership and a succession plan for leadership. And I've been working on that for quite some time. I got involved in the Tea Party about 14 years ago, and I've been a lifetime Republican. And I felt like, at minimum, I should have a platform to talk about topics that we should be considering as a party among ourselves. And if you elect me chair, great. If you don't, maybe some of these ideas get into the platform of somebody else, because it's about the cause over it's about cause over ego. It's about the platform over personality. So about me, I'm a strong contributor to the party. In 2021, I saw a rare opportunity. We were redistricting this once every 10 years. And we had, through some of the activism, I've been involved in the party for over 3 years. I saw we were able to get the county and the state party in alignment, which was not the McCain side of things. So they were open to new precinct committeemen. And we were in a redistricting year. So strategically, I thought, well, I've been bringing in about 100 people a month into my email list through networking. If I keep that up, maybe I can inspire others, and we can double the size of the precinct committeemen in 9 months from February to October. And if successful, maybe we can get an edge in redistricting and break the McCain district in half, and maybe get some congressional advantages for Congress. And maybe these new PCs, if we bring them in, we can tell them about the games of the proxies and the credentialing, and we might be able to get bylaws passed in the county to limit the proxies, and maybe in the state too. And if we succeed with all of that, that's going to leave an opening for someone to run as chairman of the McCain district, and maybe even pass bylaws for 0 proxies in their favorite cheating district in the state. And you know what? It all worked. That entire strategy worked. We delivered it. I personally brought in between 500 and 600 PCs. I traveled the state at my expense all through 2021. We doubled the precinct committeemen in conjunction with many of the patriots in this room, not all of them. You can measure someone's success by their actions. You can measure their precinct. What was the results of their precinct? Did it go to Dems? Did it go to Republicans? That's where your roots grow. There's a lot of people that talk big, but they didn't deliver in their own precinct. So, all right, so strong contributor within election integrity, So we brought election integrity into our party. I've helped to deliver that, and we did it by growing the numbers. Politics is a numbers game. You don't grow numbers by bullying people. Glad you're recording this. Maybe you'll get it in your head. You don't bully people. You shrink the party and you ruin the brand when you bully it. You ruin the party when you use it as a country club for yourself. You grow the party when you lead with love. You grow the party when you serve other people beyond your aspirations for intra-party power. That's how you grow the party, and it's a numbers game in politics. Politics, for those that are mature, those that are experienced, they know that politics is relationships. And relationships are based on trust, not on recordings and setups. That doesn't create inspiration for leadership. It's based on trust. You have honesty with one another. The keys to leadership are honesty creates trust, knowledge earns respect, hard work endears loyalty. The key to successful relationships is trust. Politics is a numbers game. Politics is won by the multitude of relationships. We strengthen election integrity in our party by growing the numbers of our PCs. You better be thinking about how you can grow the numbers of our party, and you better be thinking hard about how we're going to reach the party not declared. If you say it's going to be by bullying or by torturing, you're wrong. Because this state is 35% Republican, 30% Democrat. If you don't capture a minimum of 20% of the independents, you lose. Doesn't matter how much you scream election integrity, you lose if you don't bring a minimum of 20% of the independents and party not declared. And how do you do that? You do that by meeting them where they're at. You talk to them about, hey, inflation's hurting all of us. Hey, crime is going up. Hey, the border is an issue. You start there and you build from there, and then eventually, when you have a relationship with them built upon trust, then you have an opportunity to tell them about how mail-in ballots have 6 chains of custody, and mailing or voting in person has 1 chain of custody. And that increases the likelihood of election integrity for all of us in a representative government. That's how you win. Not by screaming and yelling over one issue. Because this party needs secession plans. And secession plans means you have to have experience for success. Now, so how do you unite the party? You create a merit-based party. Are you coming to the meetings? Are you opening your emails? Are you signing up for Campaign Sidekick? Are you distributing the golden tickets? Are you doing candidate nights at your house? Those are the metrics. And then how did that result? Did you win your precinct? Those are the metrics you look for. That's where a true leader emerges. There's a lot of people that have lost their precincts to Dems that have the gall to stand in front of you and say they intend to be ACGOP chair. Dig a little deeper. If they can't win their precinct, they can't win the state. That's a fact. So let's see, what else? Secession plans. Every LD should have school board, city council, state legislature, federal activism, and poll worker / election integrity. Every one of them. They can sign up on a job form. You organize them by teams. You give them an opportunity for 5 to 8 minutes at your LD to speak on that. You give them 5 to 6 sentences in your newsletter per month to communicate to the base. The more you recruit, the more you educate, the more we win. Self-governance wins. It beats the global communist technocrats. It beats the rhinos, and I can tell you that firsthand. Being their chairman, every month they see the party slipping further away because we're growing the party. And we're growing self-governance among the party. So are you growing the party with bullies? I don't think you are. Are you growing the party by using the party as your own country club? No. You grow the party by leading with love. You grow the party by leading by example. A true leader leads by example, not by setups. So Let's see what we've got here. So thousands of hours. So a strong contributor to team concepts, thousands of hours building tools to advance our cause, travel the state, Tea Party leadership experience, precinct committee, precinct captain leadership experience, legislative district leadership experience, platform, collaboration over bullying, 100%. You say that you're for a cause, well, you shrink the party, well, you damage a brand, you're going to lose. You're harming the very cause that you say you stand for. Community outreach. This party always plays defense. Where's red? Where's battleground? Why aren't we playing offense? We're always the establishment would launder money, sell our properties at state trust land at a discount, get a profit. They live at a higher standard at our expense. That doesn't inspire people. And then they spend all this money in advertising to see how great it is, and you give them a check and it says trust. It's going to protect your freedom and it's going to protect your prosperity. And that's not true. If we go into communities, outreaching and reflecting love and caring, trying to help those Democrat communities, those purple districts, and we send a message of personal responsibility and pursuing self-reliance and strengthening respectful self-governance, then the Dems are in trouble, just like the Rhinos were. Because the Dems rely on people not being in self-governance. They go through nonprofits, they go through unions. If they learn about self-governance, they're going to win a second. We don't have election integrity in our own party. Do you think that they picked Hillary Clinton? Do you really think they picked Biden? Or were they the most corrupt of the global communist technocrats? And a merit-based secession plan. So if you have leadership in your LD that is, okay, I'm going, like Greenspan actually is in my LD, and he did a very good job. He says, what can I do to advance and recruit in my own precinct? In my precinct, we had 50% more precinct committeemen apply than spaces. And I led a grassroots slate to beat the establishment. We wound up winning. Now people say, oh, there's no election integrity. I don't know. We doubled the precinct committeemen. We got more candidates for school boards, more candidates for city council. We got the Arizona Corporation Commission to advance. We got the water board to advance. We advanced in a variety of areas. And it was a team effort. But you couldn't have done that if you didn't have a bigger party with more candidates. And if you want to hand count ballots, you better be planning on how to grow the party. And you better be planning on how you're going to get over 20% of the independents. And you do that with leading with love. And you do that with trustful relationships, not with setups and not with fraud or unity by those that bully. Give me a break. Okay, so let's see what else. You want these questions answered? What have you done specifically to help you? So I helped the whole state. It went beyond the LD in my precinct. The Republican Party is divided. How will you unite that? Well, you're supposed to unite it, just like the country club people, the money grubbers, and the bullies. Be born again to be collaborators. Don't demand subjugation. Find where you have common ground and work together. Now, it takes two people to have a relationship. I can't make you collaborate. If you refuse to collaborate and demand subjugation, you're the problem for division, not the collaborators. So how do you unite it? Demand collaboration or demand you find another place. Because we're going to recruit. We doubled PCs last time. I plan on doubling them again, altogether. How will you address election integrity for 2024? Patriots at the gate. The larger the numbers, the more likely you are to succeed. Republicans have lost the last 2-3. What specifically will you do to address the losses? The victory in 2024. What direct roles does the Easy Chair and Executive Board play in election preparation? I've worked with Pam Kirby since I was a Tea Party leader, and her and I see a lot of things alike. I love that she's done these, I've been bringing people in and trying to develop these teams, and simultaneously she's been doing school board workshops, she's been doing trainings and have them on demand with the state party, and then she's talking about city councils too. You're talking my language, Pam. So those are the things that we can do together, and it's about the cause, not the personality. So if you think I can drive these changes and you want to see them, elect me. If you choose to elect someone else, I care about the cause enough to collaborate with someone who is a collaborator to advance them. Thank you for your time. Dan Farley.
mentally ill.
Thank you, Dan.